Okay, so I'm gonna do two phases of this. This was a kind of a struggle for me at first to figure out what I could take out of my life as far as acceptable losses and dead weight. Until I talked with I had thought about it every day, and was coming up with some items, mostly materialistic shit like that's in my house that obviously I can live without. And until I talked with my wife and realized the reason that this was somewhat of a difficult process for me is this is something that I've really been doing for 18 months of my life. I've purged the fuck out of my life in the last 18 months. So I'm going to talk about current, and then I'm going to talk about what's already happened. So ultimately, two lessons. That was one of the lessons. The other lesson is currently it's like almost anything is an acceptable loss as long as I have shelter, my family, and I can provide food, because I can go through and be like, I have 7 pairs of shoes, really only need one, there goes 6 other items, whatever. But quickly, my body right now, there's a few acceptable losses, but I'm putting less than 10 items into my body a day right now. Just chicken, veggies, potatoes, etc., eggs. It's literally less than 10 items, the same thing every single day. And the acceptable items that I could take out would be the coffee, pre-workout drink. But other than that, there's like 7 food items that are basically just essential foods. And dead weight is, I'm under 18% or right about 18% body fat right now, so I got about 4 to 8% body fat that I could lose that is dead weight. The biggest thing that popped out was that I have a tendency to help people that want to help people that don't want to be helped, and it backfires on me. So I need to cut that shit out. In my balance, I think the biggest thing I came up with was porn. I tend to resort to porn when I want sex. If my wife turns me down, I just immediately turn to the porn instead of figuring out ways of seducing my wife to actually want me. I also, in business, got a pile of windows laying around that I keep thinking we're going to sell that can go away, that are completely dead weight. I also have like an oven and some old antique doors that are laying around in the shop that I keep thinking we can get rid of or sell, and I'm not getting rid of. I have an employee that was one of my little rescues, if you will. He was unemployed. I brought in, gave him a job for the last year. He served me, obviously, but he's borderline dead weight at this point. And his last week is next week, so we've already pulled the trigger on that. But over the past 18 months, like I said, I've purged the fuck out of my life, taken drugs out of my life, taken alcohol out of my life, 99% of my friends out of my life. The only friend that I have from 18 months ago that I still talk to is the one that's going to not be working for me next week. We purged my furniture. I don't have a dining room table. I don't have a kitchen table. We are cleaning. We've been cleaning out our house because we're moving in a couple of months. So a lot of purging has happened in my life, which has allowed us to really start a rebuilding phase, which is the whole point of being able to take out all of this dead weight and acceptable losses is to be able to replace those things or fill those voids with a more positive items or whatever the case may be, to continue to grow from where you're at. So you take these things away that are no longer serving you, put things in that are serving you, and you continue to grow that way and continue to have a cycle throughout life.